So I finally got the EMAX 80 gallon, 10 horsepower, 38 CFM air compressor. This thing's a pretty serious air compressor. It is the Industrial Plus model, which has a few things different than their standard model. It does have the Whisper 100, which is the noise reduction system. It's basically a muffler system, which I'll explain to keep the noise down. Regular compressors can be up to 90 decibels. This brings it down to 60. I'll explain these in more detail later, but the quick rundown is that this has the continuous run mode, which is right here. It also has the belt tensioner over there. It has the auto drain, which comes with it for down here. It has the upgraded TEFC motor, and it also comes with a 5-year warranty. I'll take off the cover to show you guys how this Whisper 100 works. It basically works by channeling the intake air through a series of baffle plates and pre-filter media within the silencer cabinet, and the piston intake noise is trapped and dissipated within the silencer structure, and it also acts as a secondary filtration to clean the air. They fold in half, they go in here, and you can see the holes here, and they're not in the back, and then no holes here, but they are in the back. So it makes it weave through every other until it finally enters through these, which go through here and follow the intake tubes into the intake of the pump. One of my concerns of this Whisper 100 was the size. It just takes up so much room. But one of the good things here is that there is a bolt on the top and on the bottom of either side where you could actually take this off and remove it anywhere else that you might want to put it. This is the continuous run valve. And the way this continuous run valve works is it has head unloaders built into the intake valve assembly on the compressor head. So under compressor stroke, the unloader holds the valves open, allowing the air to blow back out the intake filter. The fresh air absorbs the heat out of the pump under heavy workloads. It turns on once it hits a certain PSI, and the fresh air being brought in is cooling down the hot air in the pump, which reduces the internal pump heat from compression because the intake valve is being held open throughout the unloading cycle. This also takes stress off of the air compressor itself because it's not starting and stopping constantly. This helps it last longer and saves electric. So this has a 2-screw adjustable belt tensioner. The problem is when you only have a 1 screw or 1 bolt for your belt tensioner, it has a tendency to like cock it because it pulls it in just one direction, and your belt isn't true to spec. Now when you have a second one, in this case, it pushes back the motor towards the pump, so it squares up the motor at the top plate, and it's going to keep everything right where it should be. This is the auto tank drain. This is adjustable to tighten it up where you need it. It does have a plug that goes into a 120 volt outlet. It goes on right here, set that where you want, and then you'll definitely want to hook something up to it to have it drain out somewhere or have it drain into something. So why do you need to drain your air compressor tank? Because your air compressor tank collects water. And how does it collect water? Because of the compressed air in it, and specifically because of the hot compressed air in it. And the reason that it gets hot is because the compressor pump gets really hot, and the process of pushing the air through that small orifice generates heat through friction. So it's going into the tank really hot, and the more it runs, the hotter it gets. And anytime you compress air, the pressure increases, and the water vapor in the air condenses upon compression. And when air is compressed, you can almost squeeze the water out of it like a sponge. And the more your compressor runs, the more water you'll collect. And the problem with having water in your air compressor tank is it robs you of air capacity in your tank, and also the moisture can be transferred through the air lines to your equipment, to your tools. It can cause corrosion within your equipment, your tools, your tank, shorten the overall life of everything, including your tank, and even worse, could result in tank failure if it gets corroded enough. Now you still need filters, coolers, air dryers, or some things along those lines to help cool the air and remove water and moisture from getting to your equipment and to your tools. But that still doesn't stop the sitting water in the tank. The EMAX automatic tank drain has an integrated dual timer on it, which basically does maintenance for you. You set it to time intervals that you want, and you ensure the condensation is removed on a regular basis
to try to avoid all of this.
It also has the CoolTech Airstream technology, which claims to be the coolest running compressor in the industry with 35% lower operating temperature, reducing moisture buildup and extending the pump life.